Well, hi. Well, today's a special day. Today is my husband Wayne's birthday. He would have been 74 today if he would have lived. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make him his favorite cake, a delicious, wonderful chocolate cake. I'm going to add in 2 cups of sugar. One bad fault I always have is I forget to add in this sugar, and I don't know why, folks. I don't know why. It always seems to be a little blank spot with me. I'm now adding in 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Here we go. Yeah, there's nothing better than a homemade birthday cake, folks. I've done birthday cakes before. 3/4 cup of cocoa. I'm now adding in 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder and soda. Here we go. Here we go. Now I gotta find out 1/2 teaspoon. And that's a 1/2 tablespoon. We gotta get that teaspoon in. Alright, now I'm going to add in my baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. You want to make sure the recipe comes out right, folks. You know, a birthday cake is very special to people. And today happens to be my husband Wayne's 74th birthday. He's in heaven, folks. I lost a couple husbands already, 2 husbands, and it's really hard this week. It's a rough week. Okay, now, we're going to whisk this together. You want to make sure, folks, you get everything out of the way, folks. You know, I can make blunders. Okay. Birthday cakes, you can make a million different birthday cakes. The idea is how the cake comes out, how good it is, how smooth it is, moist. You want to make sure you have the idea of birthday cake for the person you're making the cake for. Everybody has a different kind of liking for a birthday cake. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be working on different kinds of birthday cakes. You want to make sure this is really whisked together. A lot of arm movement before we go to the next step. Okay. Next step is going to be my milk. I want to add in, let me see, one cup of whole milk. Make sure, folks, it's whole milk, folks, all right? There's many ways you can decorate a birthday cake, folks. It's unbelievable how many ways you can actually do a birthday cake. We're going to actually mix this together in a minute. 1/2 cup of oil. Here we go. And I'm adding in 2 eggs. Yeah, it's not, a homemade birthday cake is really wonderful, folks. It really is. Okay, you have to be careful of the humidity sometimes. It's the only problem with the cake. You really have to keep an eye on this cake. Oh yeah, I also want to add a drizzle of vanilla. Okay, here we go. Just a drizzle of vanilla, that's it. Okay. We're going to mix this together. And we're going to add in a cup of water. Okay, now folks, I have to add in my water. Now, I have about a cup of boiling water that I made before, okay? And also, I have to grease my pans. I just want to make sure we start buttering them before we put the batter into the pan. Here we go. All right, now I'm going to grab my water. Make sure it's almost a cup of water. Here we go. Maybe a little bit less. We'll see how it comes out. Here we go. Sometimes you can forget to add the most important ingredients in, and the cake is going to come out like a block. Now you really want that batter to be loose consistency, folks. You don't want to have any batter that's, you know, mix this together. Then we're going to get the cake pans and we're going to smear it, the butter, and grease it all over the place. Then we're going to bake this cake for about a good 25 minutes, folks. If you have a towel, please make sure you use parchment paper, folks. Always use parchment paper, folks, because you want to make sure, folks, that we don't have a stickage problem here. Okay, let me start adding the batter. Try, folks, if you can, make sure it's even. Sometimes it's not. You just don't know. Try to get it as close as you can. Here we go. Okay. Now, here we go. I know it's very hard, folks, to get exactly the same consistency, but if you get a little bit on the pan, make sure the pan itself is buttered as well, folks, because it can stick to the pan as well. Getting there. When I was a little girl, it was so good. Now we gotta mound it out. Okay. Pop this in the oven. Get this off. Sometimes you have too much parchment paper. You can't help it. I'm gonna whip some of it off. Here we go. Pop this in the oven and bake it for about 25 minutes. Okay, folks, we're going to use up frosting before we actually run out of it. Now, folks, doing this side, I'm going to warn you, it's not an easy job to do. Because a homemade cake, folks, will fall apart like that. And I'm not kidding. We're just going to do the middle of it. Then we're going to get to the top. I put milk chocolate on the sides to make it look really good. This is a birthday cake. I don't have that much frosting enough, but we just have enough to get the bottom done. Then we'll do the top. Okay. A little chocolate got on here. You always have to make sure you wash your utensils. This is Wayne's birthday cake. Wayne had a love for chocolate. I'm telling you, folks, he loved chocolate. Okay, a little bit more, and then we're going to get to the raspberries. Then remember where I put them so it ends up on my side of the cake, because I happen to like raspberries. My husband had all kinds of likes for birthday cakes, so here we go. Here, 2 or 3 of them. There's a couple. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, right in the middle. Here we go. That's it. We want to make sure we have more for the top to garnish to make it really pretty. All right, now, folks, this is the hard part here. It's going to be hard to get this cake. Be careful. It has a mind of its own. I'm telling you, it has a mind of its own. A cake can break very easily if you're not careful. Now, to have a really pretty birthday cake, folks, some people use berries on their cake, other people use different garnishes to make their cake really pretty for their birthday. So what we're going to do is we're going to put raspberries here. You want your cake to be really pretty. Get a little red on here. We want to make sure it doesn't spread every place, so here we go. We make sure here we go. So you want your cake to be attractive. Now, the next thing, this is the finishing touch, is going to be the crumbs. And here we go. This is going to be a beautiful birthday cake. If Wayne was alive today, Wayne would absolutely love this cake, folks. Believe me, he would love it. You can put little chocolate garnish crumbs on it, and it really comes out beautiful. And here we go. This is a birthday cake for my husband Wayne. His 74th birthday. Never, Tom Country Kitchen. Have a great day.